Hello there everyone. I thought I would take a quick minute to tell you a little bit about the writing journal that I mentioned in another video. And I undid this already because I didn't want to mess with it while I was trying to record the video, but this little leather piece here clamps around the side to protect this here. I have a couple of charms on it, a little witch on a broomstick and my St. Michael charm. This is a Midori style, traveler's notebook style notebook, but it was from somewhere else. I bought it from somebody off of Etsy. I will try to look that up and link it below if you like this one. The color doesn't show up too great here, but this is actually a really nice deep red, like a wine color. I love that color, so that's why I liked this. And I also really liked that they had these little metal plates here that you could customize. They have it in a couple of different designs. They have this one, or there's a larger one. You could put it up here or at the bottom. So they have a few. And this just says Tantatini. That's me. That's what my niece calls me. And the only other difference between this one and a straight Midori is that the elastic is on the side rather than on the back. Oh, and I did also like that it has these, whatever these are, for the elastic on the side here, just because it seems to help take some of the tension off of that part of the leather. I do have an actual Midori. I have the camel one, and I absolutely love this. At first, when I got these, I really loved this one, did not like this one, because this is much softer than the Midori. It pills a bit more. It's almost more suede-ish, but thickness-wise, bendability-wise, this is a little bit more supple than this one. So I like them both now. This one has grown on me. I really enjoy it now. I also initially did not like this thick band, this thick elastic. It seemed kind of hard to deal with, but I actually kind of prefer it now to this little one on the Midori. So I have both, but since I had a spare one, I decided to use this for writing for NaNoWriMo. So let's take a look at it. These I don't really need right now. They're just, I thought I might color code my character cards. This did come with the little zipper pouch, although I did request not to have inserts because it does normally come with a couple of inserts, but I didn't need them, so I requested it without, and they just sent it plain with the pouch. My first insert here is the Traveler's Notebook weekly calendar. Let me actually move kind of like this. You can see it a bit better. And this comes blank. This is the initial Calendex. My fingers are not working here, but the Calendex that I've marked out starting in November, and these red lines are the Sundays. So I've marked out 6 months, and then the second 6 are here. And then it starts in on weeklies. The thing I like about this insert is that it is not pre-written. And because I was only planning to use this for writing projects, I really like that, because if you use each week in succession, this will last for 6 months. But I will probably not use each week in succession. If I'm traveling or want to take this out, keep it in the notebook for my purse, then I can just fill in pertinent information as it comes up and not have to use up all of the spaces. Now what I did here, I filled it out for November. These red numbers up here were my daily writing goals, my word count goals for NaNoWriMo. I did do a couple of notes as I went, but that quickly got old and I didn't continue with it. And I did write down milestones. I was going to create milestone rewards for myself for meeting certain goals. Haven't done that. I'm still planning on rewarding myself, but I haven't done that yet. And then I just wanted to keep track of what my goal was, my goal count, and then how many words I actually had for that day. And that's all that I use this for. When I go traveling in January, I will probably move this into the Midori and continue from there, because I don't want to take my full planner. I know already from, I know I won't need it. All right, and then this second insert, I don't put more than 3 in here. That to me is kind of the limit, and it's more than enough for my purposes. This one is the lightweight insert. It's the Tomo River paper, the really light stuff, and I wanted to try this out because I was enthused about the paper, and I absolutely love it. It's wonderful. But this I used I tried to do an index, as you can see, as with my bullet journal, it fell by the wayside. I also considered a color coding system, which didn't really happen. But what I used this for was note-taking for my NaNoWriMo project, the book itself. So I have a list of characters, I have a list of names, because 2 of the characters are Japanese and I had no clue what common names were, so I looked up some options. I have a list of settings, research, and then I started comparing different plot plans. So this is the hero's journey. This is what I wound up using. I also had plot sketch, and I ran through a couple of different layouts. The heroine's journey. I have color-coded a few things that just have to do with thoughts, theories, ideas, notes, anything that occurs to me that I may want to look at later. I put that down. And I just continued on in that vein. I did try to use some of my stickers for my tarot. I wish I could do this. Can I put my elbow on? What can I put on this? No, I've got to turn pages. Never mind. And then I've got the individual journeys. So as I progressed with my NaNoWriMo project, I did a lot less planning and thinking and note-taking, well, a lot less outlining as far as different themes, different types of outlining. And I put a lot more notes about my characters, about scenes, and things like that. I did wind up, I need a functional tripod here. I did wind up color coordinating some. Here you can see on the side here, this is done up in that Orchid Tombow marker, and that indicates that this all has to do with the journey of my heroine. And then others that are, you can't really tell here, but this has a blue strip along the side. The ones marked in blue are the journey of my hero. And as said, I used the tarot stickers wherever possible, and this information I kind of moved over then, whoops, sorry. This is going to be one of those terrible videos that, like the ones that I hate, that are shaky all over the place. And then I moved that information onto cards, journey cards that I could then put up on a storyboard, which I never wound up doing, but I still really liked having the cards as reference. And continuing on, so then I just went through their journey, any questions I had along the way that I used tarot for. You can see I swapped over. Initially I was writing in block letters, and I swapped over very quickly to my handwriting because it's just faster, it's more efficient. And I just took notes, and that's what I did in this one, and it was really great to have this beautiful fine paper. It really works well with, I was able to take a ton of notes. I still have plenty of blank space here, and it was really just very nice. This other sheet I have over here actually came out of an old journal, and I cut it down to size And basically I used this as a line guide, stuck it in here wherever I was writing, and I was able to see the lines through the paper so I could write in a straight line because that bothers me. So that's what this is. And then lastly, I had one more notebook here, and this is the Traveler's Notebook grid insert. And this I used just as a writing diary. So similar to my everyday journal, but I wanted this to basically keep track of only what I was feeling and thinking about this writing project, about my first attempt at writing a full-length work of fiction. And here you can see the grid paper. This is also a really nice quality paper. I really like this, and I will probably keep getting the grid pages just for journaling. All right, so, and that is it. That is all that I have in this notebook. And I really loved using this throughout the month of November for my writing project. So I think this is going to be my designated writing notebook from here on out. I'm just going to keep the same layout, continue with the journal. I may swap in and out the planning, this first planner insert, because I will definitely use it for the regular Midori as well. And then I think for each new project, potentially a new one of these nice lightweight inserts would also be good. And there you have it. Hopefully this was fun. Again, sorry for lack of tripod and all the moving around. Maybe miracles will happen for Christmas and I can adjust that issue. But thank you very much for taking a look. And if any of you use a similar system for tracking your writing, I'd love to hear about it. Let me know in the comments below. Have a good day. Bye.